Well, it's been a huge day at the Melbourne Cup with plenty of fabulous fashion, one of the biggest crowds in years, and a massive win for a Melbourne Cup dynasty.
And they're racing.
23 hopefuls, 3 and a bit tense minutes, but just one radiant winner.
Without a fight, Mark Zahra, a Melbourne Cup champion, wins it by 2 lengths. I can't believe it!
30 degrees, a total breeze for Without a Fight, who cruised past favourites Vauban and Gold Trip without any sort of fight whatsoever.
Yeah, it feels pretty special to be up here. Yeah, the team at home, they've done a terrific job with this horse. He's really been thriving.
Legendary jockey Mark Zahra also riding the Irish gelding to glory at the Caulfield Cup. The first time that's been done in more than 20 years.
I was on a horse that you can just sit on, you know. He's got an electric turn of foot, and he just pulled me all the way to the line, and it was all over.
2 times a charm for Zahra, who also took out last year's Melbourne Cup on Gold Trip. The late decision to instead choose Without a Fight this year, today, paid off in spades.
We backed him, our family backed him. I said to my husband, has he picked the right one? And he said, your brother is a professional, he'll know what he's doing.
These guys getting real loose at the prospect of an $8.4 million prize pool, Without a Fight alone, potting a cool $4.4 million.
It's all about the winner Without a Fight, Gator.
Trackside, around 84,000 punters horsed about in the sun.
Beer and winners.
It's a beautiful day at the moment, isn't it?
It's great to see the weather. It's perfect, isn't it?
The fashionistas in the field, shining just as brightly.
I did not expect that. I think there was definitely a look of shock on my face when that was announced.
But no one could outshine Without a Fight in an epic win for the 163rd Melbourne Cup.
And here is the golden jockey himself, Mark Zahra! Hey, congratulations, mate. Incredible. Not 1, but 2 Melbourne Cups. Extraordinary. How does number 2 feel?
Yeah, it's surreal. It's a bit like last year. It's, you know, it doesn't really start to sink in until a couple of days after, but it feels bloody good, I'll tell you that.
Show us the cup. Show us the cup. How many drinks can you fit in that thing?
Well, this is the jockey one, so you can probably fit about a couple of glass champagne, but I usually find my way to the owner's one and fill it with anything I can get my hands on in the next couple of days.
I like that you're already saying usually. This is a tradition now. You've won that many.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, no, it feels good. It feels good to go back to back, I tell you.
Can you talk us through what it was like those last couple of 100 metres thundering down the straight? Talk us through it.
Yeah, so last year I sort of had a horse came at me, I reckon, the 200, so it wasn't until late in the race I knew I won, where today it was like when I got the gap and kicked through, the race was all over sort of in a matter of strides, probably 300 metres out, so... You know, I was riding, but I knew I'd won, you know, the last 300. So as you start to get closer to the line, you know, just the emotion, the elation starts to kick in, and there's no better feeling in the world.
I believe you. And you would know, you've done it twice. You won on Gold Trip last year. And everyone, I think, was expecting you would ride Gold Trip again. But then you made the decision to change horses, literally, to switch to Without a Fight. What was it that you knew about this horse that no one else did?
Oh, look, it was a tough decision. Like, when you win a Melbourne Cup on a horse, they've got a special place in your heart for your whole life. So I sort of had to really sit down and, you know, go with sort of get my emotion out of the way and treat it like as a business and what horse I thought was a better chance. And, you know, not many horses in their lifetime can go back to back. And last year he had sort of wet tracks leading in Gold Trip. We had firm tracks this time, and I did put my trust in the weather people, which is not always the best thing to do, but they came right for once. And, yeah, they predicted it was going to be hot and a dry track today. And, you know, weighing all those things up, I went with Without a Fight, thankfully.
Looks like there's a storm brewing behind you, so it's a good thing it didn't come early, because that could have changed all of your reasoning. Could you
I know.
Could you just, like, put us out of our misery and tell us who you're riding next year?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, you have to wait till then. I mean, my wife had a dream who I'd ride to win in the Caulfield Cup, but she had no dreams this year. So we'll have to wait. Hopefully she'll go with a dream for next year.
Well, you know, you've established before today, but especially today, that you're an extraordinary jockey, and Without a Fight is an extraordinary horse. So how much of the win is down to your ride, and how much of it is the horse?
Well, it's a combination. Like a great jockey can only get do what he can on the horse. And in saying that, and a slow horse can only take you so far, but you need a combination of both. You need a good trainer as well, which this horse had. You need good trainers, and you need a horse that can, represent with the opportunity to win at a certain point in the race. And I've got to be the guy who can steer it in the right direction. And all those things all the boxes were ticked today.
We saw earlier your sister was beside herself with excitement watching the race. How much did it mean to you having her there?
Yeah, well, they all missed out. I think they'd given up on me trying to win a Melbourne Cup, so they don't bother coming anymore. They came to my first couple of members of my family, but she's seen the partying and the good time I had last year, and she said, I'm not missing out this year. So she jumped on a flight, and just great to have her there. So many emotions to have a family member to hug after the race. It was great to see.
Go and celebrate. You've done good. Good on you, Mark. Thanks for chatting with us.
No problem. Thanks very much.
Horse without a fight was ridden by champion jockey Mark Zahra and trained by Aussie racing royalty. And the man behind the horse, Sam Freedman, has finally landed at the after party. Welcome.
No, thanks very much, guys.
Sam, I've got to say congratulations, but you're looking very well put together for someone who's just won the Melbourne Cup. Too neat. Haven't cut loose yet.
Yeah, look, it's a bit of a whirlwind. You get escorted to a whole host of different interviews, and probably not a space I've been that familiar with. So kept myself in pretty good shape, and it's been a long day, but unbelievable. We've worked pretty hard to get here today, and all the staff at home. So just trying to let it sink in.
Well, you are a Freedman and your family has trained a lot of horses, so you probably can get used to this feeling a little bit. But what does a Melbourne Cup winning horse have that others don't?
Oh, look, he's got real determination, this horse. You'll see he really pins his ears back. He loves what he does. He's very competitive. Even at home, in his gallops, you work him in company with another horse. He really pins his ears back. He loves winning. And you've got to have a horse that's, very tough. It's a testing 2 miles, run at a really frantic tempo. And, thankfully he's come out on top today. But a lot of work goes in at home to bring a horse to the races today. And, I stand here and do an interview, and a lot of the staff don't get the accolades, but they're doing all the hard work. And, we're just very grateful for everything that they've done.
Yeah, but your team made that horse what he is today, right? Because last year he ran 13th in the Melbourne Cup. From 13th to 1st, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. Look, he's certainly made strong improvement in the last, probably in the last 6 months. His Caulfield Cup win was breathtaking, and he certainly improved out of that win, and we felt that he was going better heading into this race today. So, you need to be at the absolute top of your game to be winning these races. They don't hand them away. I wish they did, but it's just a bit of relief. I know it might not seem I'm as excited as maybe I should be, but it's a lot of work goes into it, and we're very happy.
How are you going to be celebrating tonight? You're going to pin your ears back?
Yeah, we'll probably we're here at Crown, so we'll have a couple here, and might have an early enough night and set aside a day after the carnival, because it's a long week. You don't want to be too dusty.
True. Tamest Melbourne Cup winner ever, right? Sam, congrats again. Hi to your dad as well. Thanks for your time. Enjoy it.
Yeah, thanks, guys.